It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and voting rights advocates across the country and locally are demanding action from Congress, but they face tough opposition in our nation's capital.
President Joe Biden says Americans must commit to the unfinished work of Martin Luther King Jr. and protect the sacred right to vote.
TV5's Kendall Keyes spoke with local civil rights activists who feel legislators aren't working hard enough.
On a day like today, Dr. King's celebration day, all of the things that they will talk about with regard to his legacy doesn't line up with where we are with democracy right now.
There's a nationwide push by voting rights advocates for a House-passed bill to reform the election process.
A lot of what's on the table will only disenfranchise further people of color. It will certainly contribute to added marginalization of people who look like me.
The voting rights bill would remove restrictions that GOP lawmakers argue will enhance election security.
I think it's much more important that we encourage people to vote and that we make it as easy as possible for people to vote, and that we stop perpetuating untruths about the last election.
The vote was originally promised to happen by Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced Thursday that the chamber would not debate the bill until Tuesday.
When you don't pass a voting bill that we all feel that should be passed, we look and we feel our legislators are not working on behalf of the constituents.
There's a 60-vote threshold needed to bring bills up for debate. Activists are pushing for an end to the filibuster, a controversial but necessary step, some argue, during these highly polarized times.
We're not setting ourselves up for future generation, and we're not setting up ourselves for following in the mission of Martin Luther King.
Kendall Keyes, WNEM, TV5.
Speaking from the White House, Vice President Kamala Harris said the freedom to vote is under assault and said it's time for the Senate to do its job and pass the voting rights bill. The Senate is set to talk about those bills tomorrow.